My father told me way back, there's a time and a place for everything. You can't just be all about work. There's got to be a bit of play here and there. And if you can keep that discipline, I think you might be okay. Obviously, when you hear the word partying, you always look at a person in a different way, like he's not working, he's just partying. That was never the case with me. In those days, I was celebrating because I was winning a lot, so I was celebrating a lot, but golf was always first, always first. If I felt my game was a little off, you're not going to find me in the bar or anything. I was going to be on the range. There was a lot of work going on behind the scenes. The 92 Open was the opening of the door for me to where I'm sitting today. It was the start of my international professional career. At that time I didn't have a full card on the European Tour. I didn't have a full card anywhere. I was trying to play where I could. And inside there was a real burning ambition to do really well and get trophies and get started with my career, so to speak.
He's played an absolutely exquisite shot. He pitched it on a sixpence.
But many other ways I was very wary of the players. When I looked up at Felder, I looked up at Greg, and I saw Jack Nicklaus, and I was shaking in my boots. So those are memories that will stick with me for a long time.
When he got it. Ernie Els, the very fine South African player.
Seeing how much that clatterjack meant to Felder, seeing the emotion was quite something to behold. If it wasn't for that championship, wasn't for the fact that I finished fifth, which enabled me to get into the next year's US Open, which I won, which gave me a 10-year exemption. If it wasn't for 92, fifth place, 94 would never have happened. So it was the start of many things to come. Me as a 24-year-old, real unknown from South Africa, winning at Oakmont of all places. I mean, this is like, in the US, that's like winning almost at St. Andrews. It was an exciting time. There was a lot of spotlight on us, made us very famous very quickly. And really set me up for my career.
I've always wanted to win a major, and it's come pretty quick for me. I'm 24 years old, so I've got a long stretch ahead of me, and I'm just not going to try and put too much pressure on me.
So it goes back to the Open Championship again. Oh no, life was unbelievable. Winning majors, winning a lot of tournaments around the world. At that stage, I got to #1 in the world, find a beautiful wife, we get married. And it was almost too good to be true, to be honest. Flying around in a private plane that, you just dream of, and going to all these exotic places and playing tournament golf, getting paid to play, all these things that it's just dreams are made of. So it was an exciting time in my life. Basically, the only thing to do still was to complete the Grand Slam, so to speak, in a career sense. I remember Jack Nicklaus was saying that the US and the world was waiting for this new it guy, and they all thought it was me. But then an even bigger talent came along, a couple of years later in Tiger Woods. People were mesmerized by Tiger. It was like crazy. It was, it was almost a circus-like atmosphere. It was just Beatles-like kind of atmosphere, People would hang out at trees to watch Tiger play. I took quite a few body blows from Tiger, where I felt like I played really well, and he still beat me by a shot or two. You know, I eagled the last hole. He makes eagle on the last hole. He's got a birdie the last hole to beat me, and he makes a 40-footer to beat me. You know, these are just kind of whacked out things. I had dreams of winning 4 majors and doing things that basically he did. If I make any exception, is that he played in his home country in front of his home crowd. I know when I go to South Africa, I play in front of my home people. You know, it's quite, you know, you're going to have a tough time beating me. You know, he was doing things a little bit better than I did. You know, I think it left a little bit of doubt in my mind, to be honest with you, and might have affected me a little bit, yeah. The third round, you know, I was going off at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Well, come 1:30, 2 o'clock, it was just this big black cloud coming towards us. And I was like, man, it looked like the end of the world coming, to be honest. And I remember walking out of the locker room to go to the range, and Tiger was just coming back from the range going to the first tee, and I'd never seen his eyes. I've never seen him scared, but I guess he was scared because his eyes were so big. And yeah, he played in the most terrible stuff. That's when links golf really gets interesting. That's when the pot bunkers come in play. That's when the runoffs come in play. And I remember, like at Muirfield, there was a bunker on the 5th hole, the par 5. And I remember looking at that bunker in the practice round and kind of laughing at it. I'm like, you know, back in the day, they must have been contending with this bunker. Well, on that Saturday, I hit a drive as good as I could, and I barely missed that bunker, which was only 200 yards off the tee. You know, that's when your other game plan has to come in play. That's when things that you haven't even practiced, that's when it tests you and sees how much you want it. And at times, you know, you're up for the challenge, and sometimes you're not. I kind of like my chances better when it gets a little bit more tough.
It's been a very tough day. Ernie, of course, has come out there with an excellent round of 72 and is in the lead by 2 shots at 5 under par.
Through 11 or 12 holes, I was absolutely in control. And then things started changing.
Where's that one gone? Going left.
It was amazing under pressure, real pressure, where your weaknesses are.
I fear it's in that very deep bunker. That's a chasm, that one.
And I was battling my swings earlier in the week. It started showing up. You know, that left shot, I just couldn't get rid of it.
Oh, and there's a bunker there. Is Ernie in another?
And in 16, the par 3. I mean, any other day, 7 iron, no real wind.
Tugged a little bit again. Misses the target.
Believe me, I wasn't trying to go for the flag. I was trying to hit it 20 feet right. But that over the top, you know, left shot, which I basically fought my whole career, showed up.
Oh, clumsy lad, clumsy.
Then I made mistake after mistake.
This is not good when you're thinking he's hitting a 6 or 7 iron into the green. No. Fancy taking 5.
I made double bogey on 16. And then I walked to the 17th tee as deflated as I've ever been in my life. I thought, this could be the end of it. And somehow I got the courage to hit an actual power fade off the tee, which actually worked out. And I hit this forehand as good as I could, you know, landed it way short and ran it into the green. 2-putter for my birdie. And I knew I had to par 18 to get into a playoff. So I got it out of par and then got myself in the playoff, and kind of felt relieved, to be honest with you. Didn't play good in the playoff either, but somehow got through. So to come out on top there was really a blessing.
And this for the championship.
It's just, it's almost an out-of-body experience, to be honest. I felt this big weight off my shoulders because I felt a lot of pressure from the media getting on me a little bit that, you know, you haven't won this event. Are you a choker? I think if I didn't win the Open in my career, I would have been the most underachieved golfer in history. You know, I never wanted to touch the claret jug until I won it. I really didn't want to get my hands on it. You know, I didn't want to jinx myself or anything like that.
This is the greatest championship in the world, in front of the best crowd in the world. At times I really thought I would never put my hands on this, and you know, it's just the most rewarding.
There was a lot of ugly golf, but a lot of heart went into that event. You know, I'm well known for, you know, having the odd drink here and there. I think just about anything on the planet went into that jug. I'm not proud saying that, but we had a lot of great pictures. It's a good thing Instagram and Twitter and all those things weren't around back in 2002, because you know, people would have thought very different of me. It was a lot of fun. So after that, I would have told you I'm winning a lot of majors. I was very confident. I would have told you I was going to win 10. 10 years later, it was just crazy. Golf is funny, you know. Sport is a leveler. 2004, 2003, I played some of my best golf ever. Those 3 years, I had to win close to 16 events around the world, and I never won a major. You know, and then 2005, I go on a boating trip in Italy, and I tear up my knee. Boom, you know, quickly things change. I think the game came out and kind of slowed me down, told me, no, it's not that easy. Yeah, things changed dramatically when we found that Ben was autistic. I had no idea what autism was, no idea at all. Between myself and my wife, we had to really educate ourselves. It was a tough time. Thankfully, we found in the US was a good school for kids with autism. I was playing a lot of golf in the US in any case, so we said, okay, we're going to move. Life in the US has been wonderful. We've started a foundation for autism. We're building a school. We've gone the whole circle, full circle. It's taken some time. Today, Ben is a baseball freak. He loves watching baseball. We're sharing so many things, and I cannot imagine my life being any different. Raising money, raising awareness of autism, and that's kind of my next move. You know, I'm 46 this year, and you know, I'm going to spend a lot of time with autism and autistic kids. So it's been a blessing for me. ...2010 was a really good start to my year. But I could feel there was something going on with my putting, you know, and not really my putting, but my hands, you know. I was feeling a little uncomfortable. I was starting to miss short putts and so on.
And if this man has an Achilles heel, these putts have been it recently.
Here I was trying to compete with the best players in the world, and I got into such a state that you know, there's no way, and I should have been on tour even. I just got so bad. I mean, it was amazing how mentally bad I got.
Oh, goodness.
To the point where I couldn't shake it in from a foot.
Oh, come on now. Oh, Ernie.
You know, I was thinking, you know, this could be a short career, you know, kind of a thing. If you can't putt, and if you have the heebie-jeebies on the greens, you know, a lot of people have called it quits. But I loved the game too much, and I really wanted to have some more success. And that's when I met Cheryl. We started working in January 2012, basically teaching me how to putt again. I mean, we started right from the start. In many ways, she saved my career, to be honest. She started building me up again. And then 6 months later, I won the Open Championship. So I mean, you tell me that's normal. It's just incredible. Getting to Lythams and Anns, I felt my swing was really nice. We had perfect conditions the first couple of days. Guys were shooting low scores. I'd go down for breakfast in the mornings. Tom Watson sitting here, Tony Jacklin sitting over there, Mark Alcavecchia there, Tom Lehman. So I'm thinking, this is good karma. You know, all these guys are Open Champion winners.
Big Ernie has had a bit of a revival in recent months. He's starting to feel better about his game.
Shot a very, very easy 67 the first day. I mean, I'm just hitting it beautifully. You know, that final round, I was not really in the mix, but I felt I was. So I just felt we needed something special. You know, Sevi was one of my biggest heroes, you know. Sevi was just in my mind for some reason, and I said to Ricky, come on, we're going to go for it this back nine. And I said, let's play like Sevi. Let's play it the way Sevi would have played. And off we went. We birdied 10.
Shot. Well played. Very nice.
Chipped it on, birdied.
Yes, and she goes now, just 5 behind.
Hit a really good shot on 12.
Oh, here we go.
Make that putt for birdie.
Ernie Els to get within 4. And he's done it.
14, I went with driver. All the other guys were hitting irons and stuff. I was just going driver, make that putt.
Looks good. 3 birdies, and Edward now just 3 behind.
Didn't miss a shot on 17, right down the middle. And then 18. I hit this drive. I aimed so far left, hit it on the wind, left to right, over all the bunkers, all the way down there.
Beauty from Els.
I remember I had like 121 yards. Hit a very safe second shot with a sand iron.
He's only 2 behind at the moment.
I'm starting to feel the people's energy just giving me so much support.
What a wonderful performance from Ernie Els.
The old Ernie.
Can you write the script any better?
Well, don't go out wandering.
The ball came off out of the putter so fast. Took out all the break that ever was there. And as I hit it, it was in.
It is good from Ernie Els. He still has a chance.
This roar was the biggest, loudest roar I've ever heard. That was one of the most special moments of my career. It felt like a winning putt for some reason.
Pulled it left.
That is purely nerves. That's all it is.
Very nervy now. Balls aren't going where he... Oh, he's buried. He has to make a par at the last to win.
I was listening to the crowd telling me what's going on. And I could hear quite a big roar. You know, I guess he played his third shot into the green. And then I was stunned, absolutely stunned.
This is it. This to tie. Nope. Adam Scott's going to be scarred for life.
You know, seeing him, I felt for him. You know, and this guy is just in agony, you know, losing a major. I said to Ricky, you know, first of all, we got to give Adam some love here. You know, he's going to feel really dejected. And I just wanted to hug him the whole time. And I saw him on the green there. I just wanted to put my arm out. I just wanted to hug him because I know what he was going through. You know, I mean, those are just the worst feelings in the world. You know, it was tough. Myself and Adam, we still haven't spoken about it. We haven't gone there. Being such a good friend of mine, even after a couple of beers, we don't go there, you know. So it's something that, you know, you just don't want to talk about, you know, for his sake. So we don't go there. You know, went home that evening and just sat around a kitchen table, you know, staring at each other. And just the most amazing time. It's just unbelievable. You know, it was so different from 02 to 12. It's almost like, yeah, as a grown-up guy, you know, sitting with his family, celebrating a victory. It's almost like, I guess, like old rock stars. You know, you you do a lot of stuff when you're young, and then when you get older, you become this kind of this different person. So just sat there and just looked at each other. It was really, really a great time. When I look back, you know, you can't take anything for granted. And I think I was a bit spoiled, kind of being the man for a long time in South Africa, my homeland. And I think there for a while I took things for granted, and I think I got a life lesson. And then having perseverance and staying the course, got rewarded for it again. I really want to win another major before I'm done. I love the game too much, and if I can get in that position, I'll give my teeth to get in there. So really looking forward to the next couple of years.